Not making the Big Ten tournament, what it's created for us is a lot more drama at the end of the season. Teams that normally wouldn't be playing for a lot are now playing for a lot, and Minnesota's one of those teams. So you know.
Mick Cronin said yesterday, I know they're well coached, speaking of Minnesota, just based on watching the way they rotate on defense. But Daly gets free, and Bilodeau is the only man left after the scrum goes crashing out of the paint.
Saturday of limiting his touches. It's not like he just went cold. He couldn't get it. USC's backside help, their low man help was very good on Saturday. Let's see if...
You mentioned Lakai Patterson, number 25 for Minnesota. He's been a scoring machine in the last couple. Went for 25 after 24 in the win against the loss to Illinois.
Like Kobe Johnson shooting it better from three. Scott Clark shooting it better from three. It's not just that one guy's gotten hot and carried him. It's across the board.
And they're doing it with nobody averaging more than 30 minutes. Sky Clark,
Jeff, who is going to be more the off-ball scorer, and I think they figured out that it can be either or. And Sky Clark has really come on because I think he feels less pressure to get everyone involved and look for his own.
Dylan Andrews, now Kobe Johnson.
The thing that I'm really watching here early, too, guys, is UCLA, good cut by Kobe, is their half-court defense in terms of keeping guys in front against this Minnesota team.
Garcia still has not scored in this game. Isaac Osuma, the freshman off the bench.
He was good the other day against USC, had 10 in the first half.
He was, and Patterson has been good again so far tonight, and it's been working.
You can get that high-low action going. Why? Because Bilodeau can stretch it out to three. You got Mara downstairs.
There is Mara top to follow.
That's why I said earlier, right off the top, how interesting these last couple weeks are going to be to see where it all shakes out. And who's on the offensive board, 5 offensive rebounds already in this one. Has gotten them 4 more FGAs than Minnesota.
Well, you see the graphic on the screen there, paint points. Stefanovic rattles it in.
That's the other thing. And that's why I wondered aloud earlier about Patterson and Mitchell and these guys getting downhill and getting into the paint. UCLA just doesn't allow that. Garcia knocks down the three.
His first basket today.
You can throw it down to him in that low post, mid post area.
Whoa, Andrews lost it. It's down, Bilodeau back in. It all started because of the Bilodeau injury. That opened the door for Mara to play. Frank Mitchell. He had a... your preferences are welcome here. Mack, boy, he is so explosive going to the rim. So hard to stop.
Had some pretty good looks. That was wide open for Osima. Just couldn't knock it down.
Mack will take the three and drain it.
Be physical with him. He's just going to go right by you and having an impact for this Minnesota team.
Turns 26 on Thursday. Mack sniffing around. Now here's Bilodeau.
Comfortable. I think wants to use him even more.
Parker Fox scores, and he's fouled by Bilodeau. Can they find some offense? Another good look, Mitchell, and this one goes down. And then played a Pepperdine. Kobe Johnson, no. Bilodeau goes over the back. Oh no, that's on.
That's why their turnover numbers are so good.
6th in the nation in turnover margin. There's Bilodeau. 23 in the net, 7 quad 1 wins for the Bruins. Mike Mitchell, and it goes down. Another 3 for him.
Every time they've scored tonight, for the most part, it's
for Minnesota. And Garcia the steal. And a breakaway dunk for him, and Mick Cronin needs a timeout. Came into the game after that immediate timeout from Mick Cronin. Under a minute now to go in the half. Bilodeau free, and he hits the 3. Comes into Mara. Stefanovic heaves, and it comes up short. Garcia. Bilodeau and Mara cutting off the space, and so he'll take and hit a 3. Early in the clock.
Early in the clock.
There's Bilodeau again, guarding Garcia. Mitchell, he has 2 threes in this game.
In the first half for either team, but Minnesota looks like they're trying to force the issue a little bit, get it down before UCLA gets set.
Mara fouled and one.
He's got to do that every time. Caught it in that dunker spot and just put his shoulder right into the UCLA defender and got the foul.
You know you're playing hard when the letters are starting to come off your jersey. The threads are fraying.
Mentioned in the first half, Minnesota not a great free throw shooting team, but Garcia decent, 75% coming in.
71 years old. And it should be an emotional day. This game felt like it was just a countdown to the celebration.
But the guys who can really score go to contact.
Program, and when he graduated, goes to Sebastian Mack.
UCLA's trying to run a little bit more in the second half too.
Oh, and a goaltend on Odekale. Count the basket for Mack.
Interesting, Odekale's bringing it up every time now. I wonder why that is. I guess to get Mitchell and Patterson off the ball for some three-point opportunities.
There's Mitchell inside. Mitchell spins, tough shot, and it won't go down, and it's touched last by UCLA. Like it's been one of the challenges in this league. You talk to coaches, 5 on the shot clock. Garcia just goes right to the rim. Garcia's outscoring UCLA himself in the second half. Bruins have 7, now 9. Just 1 free throw in the second half, 9 in the first half. And it hits the front end of the.
But when you talk to opposing coaches in this league about Minnesota, the first thing they say is, well, chance here tonight against UCLA.
Odekale, Garcia follows. He's got 15. Tough catch for Fox, and he goes sprawling. And here comes Sebastian Mack. UCLA with numbers. So Kobe Johnson will take and hit.
I like that. The rhythm trail 3. See where Minnesota started putting more pressure on the USC defense. They got in foul trouble. The fouls are piling up for UCLA.
I mean, the difference, the Bruins are so reliant on
kind of thing, but it does seem like both teams are trying to put more pressure on the defense.
Mitchell hits the 3. Minnesota's had it down to 3 in the second half.
The longer you let a team hang around, the more they think they can win it.
Daly.
And the kick out to Kobe.
Garcia will try, and he connects, and it's down to 2 for Minnesota. Ruled a 2 on the floor. 50-47 is our score. 52, and it pushes out the 4 for Daly. Kobe Johnson with the steal, and Johnson met by Odekale, who blocks it out of bounds. Wow. A 5-point game. Minnesota has not led today. And now Bilodeau going at Garcia. And now out to Daly. And Daly has found it in this second half.
I like that from Bilodeau, though.
Minnesota's gotten it close in one possession twice in this half, but hasn't been able to tie it.
They're doing such a better job of getting it from one side to the other here in the second half as Garcia. It's great drama. You know, teams that haven't had the seasons they wanted, that they're bottom of the standings, are still fighting for something this late in the season.
Knocked away by Bilodeau, and here comes Sky Clark. Odekale just had the block of
in Minnesota that hasn't won a lot in the league, and they're taking UCLA to the wire here on the road. And so it's kind of been that way all year. The Big Ten tournament's going to be unbelievable. Free throw shooting team in the league, but we're able to knock them down against USC the other day. Part of the reason why they were able to win that game.
Garcia's got 25 earlier this year. And another clutch free throw. Win tonight, it will not have been easy. Garcia's got both, and it's back to a Kobe Johnson calmly turns around. Now Patterson has been held in check by UCLA's defense, and Frank Mitchell gets a fresh 20. Garcia lines it up, and connects, and it's a 1-point game. Don, so far in the second half, putting UCLA on the line has not been a bad thing for Minnesota.
But these are a lot different. 1-1 versus 2 shots, even though Bilodeau misses
15. They're a 71% free throw shooting team. Bilodeau's 73% on the year. And misses 3 free throws in a row. The 1-1 earlier now. Back. Gives it up. Patterson aggressive, and Minnesota leads for the first time.
maybe ever.
UCLA trailing for the first time, and Mack puts it back in front.
Found a way to get it up there.
Garcia peeks at the clock. 10 on the timer. Patterson, a deep three, in and out. Daly the rebound, and he gets fouled. 1 of 6 from 3 today.
I say coaching 101 because that's been going on for years, where a team calls timeout thinking they're playing against a certain defense.
This has been an inexplicable second half for UCLA shooting free throws.
Minnesota's got a chance to win. They're going to take this all the way down, or they should.
Patterson goes right at the rack, and
they use their timeout.
And Mick Cronin will take his last with 4.9 remaining. No timeouts. It gets deflected out of bounds. A minimum of 0.3 of a second have to come off the clock.
In this scenario, there you go, Mack with the ball.
Mack, aggressive, offensive foul.
I knew what was coming, so Minnesota knew what was coming. They were going to put it in Sebastian Mack's hands, get downhill, try and get fouled and get to the foul line. I'd throw it deep.
He gets it into Garcia. That's exactly who they don't at the line tonight, and he matches a season high with 13.
I go back, guy, to what I've said all night about Minnesota. They're well coached and they play hard and they stay in games, and they did enough, just like they did on Saturday, to get over the hump.
Andrews, good if it goes, and it's off the mark. And Minnesota sweeps Los Angeles in instant replay.
Wow, just gritty, tough. Minnesota changed their approach in the second half.